How are you today? Welcome. Welcome to Let's Talk Relationship. And for those of you that don't know who I am Stefania Pulio from the Gentleman's Square, and I am a love and relationship consultant and a certified hypnotherapist. And I work with men who want to build rock solid relationships without all the drama. And today we have a hot topic, something that was one of my followers actually asked me to talk about this. And yes, you've guessed it, it's about integrity. Because I think about a month ago, I did a short clip on integrity is so sexy for women. That's right. When a man has integrity or displays the qualities of integrity, it is super, super sexy. And I'm going to explain why in this video. So don't go anywhere. If you're watching this on the live, please hashtag live down below. If you're watching it on the replay, hashtag replay. Tell us where you're from and don't be shy. I know you're out there. I know I can see you. Okay, so drop us a line and say hello. So integrity. Do you actually know that integrity is actually super, super sexy? I know I keep saying it. And do you know that integrity is an energy issue? Are we born with integrity? Do we acquire these skills? And when we do what we say we're going to do, or we don't do what we say we're not going to do, it's not only attractive, gentlemen, it is super, super sexy to a woman. Yes, integrity is sexy. And today I'm actually going to be talking about integrity in relationships. Okay, so we have integrity all round, but specifically to relationships and how it pertains to, being with a woman and showing these qualities. Okay, and it doesn't matter. Let me just say this. It doesn't matter what you commit to. It's not the commitment itself, but it's when you do show up fully for this commitment or this, whatever you said you're going to do. Okay. So today we're going to be covering what is integrity and why is integrity so important in relationships? Why is a man with integrity super sexy to a woman? And how to keep your integrity with a woman. Okay, so I'm covering a few areas in this session today. So please feel free to drop a line. Tell me what you think. If I don't get your message now, I do follow up with all my messages and I will reply back to you. All right. So as I said before, it doesn't matter what you commit to, but when you actually do and show up fully, that's when the magic, happens. Okay. That's where you're really going to get that woman really leaning into you. Know that when you commit to, someone, particularly in this case, your significant other, you make an empowered decision to devote your energy, your time, your resources, and of course, your heart. Okay. And that is priceless. Let me tell you, it is so priceless. And it's not only a practice that we do, but it's a way of living with a deeper devotion and with truth. Okay. And when we live with integrity, even when we can't show up, okay, for whatever reason, it's okay to let that person know that I can't be there. I can't fully, play out on my commitment, my promise. So let's talk about integrity, first of all. What is integrity? Okay, because this was one of my questions that I got from one of my followers, and I'm just going to quickly bring it up. I won't mention names, but this gentleman said, integrity. Give me the meaning. Like, what's the meaning of integrity and how is it sexy in this case? All right. In his case is, how should one reply to a woman that says, "Does my bum look big in this?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. All right, so keep that in mind because we're going to come back to that question. But what is integrity? So integrity is the quality of having strong ethical or moral principles, following them at all times and no matter who's watching. A person with integrity acts with honesty, honor, and truthfulness. So this particular person, was obviously, wanting to say the truth about his significant other's bum looking big in this. Now, I'm going to share with you what I heard once. It was I think it was in a quote, and it went like this. It said, where she said, "Honey, does my bum look big in this dress?" And he looks over and he wanted to reply with, integrity, be honest. And, he said it so tastefully. And he said, "Honey, it's not," he said, "your bum doesn't, oh, no, it wasn't, does it look big in this dress?" He said, "Do you think this dress makes my bum look big?" That's exactly the words. He said, "Does this dress make my bum look big?" And his exact words were, "No, honey, the dress doesn't make your bum look big. It's the ice cream you eat that makes your bum look big." And I thought, oh my God, that was just so powerful. Now, I don't know as far as women go. For me, that would really just make me laugh and say, this guy's being honest here. He's really blatantly telling me the truth, because it's not the dress that makes my bum look big. It's what I'm eating that's making my bum look big. Now, as a woman, women can take it offensively, they can take it the wrong way, or they can take it as he's being honest. But either way, it's not about how she's going to react to your honesty or to your integrity. It's about it's about having integrity and being honest. Okay. So as we said, the meaning was that it's about honesty, honor, and truthfulness. So why is integrity important in relationships? Now, integrity often entails vulnerability, honesty, authenticity, all those things, right? And it's based on respect and kindness. Wouldn't you agree? That serve both, to maintain our own sense of worth and ensure the success of our own relationship. So our relationship evolves and grows, and we get closer and closer with our significant other. While if you don't agree, okay, with your partner on all occasions, that's okay. This isn't about agreeing and pleasing your partner. You can have like things that you don't see eye to eye. What's important is that you treat that situation and your partner with compassion, with openness, and learn to respect each other's differences. Okay, so integrity is about being open and honest and vulnerable about what it is that you want to express. Okay, so this may mean, it may mean discussing important issues, making time together to make decisions with your partner, to accommodate both your needs and her needs. Okay, so it's a joint venture. A relationship, okay, let me say this, a relationship that lacks integrity, on the other hand, may not evolve. Okay, it may evolve only on keeping score with each other, like blaming, devaluing, the other person, and keeping score, having expectations and needs, and bringing up past hurts. Okay, instead, with integrity means staying committed to resolving, to moving forward through problems, with kindness, with humor, with compassion, and stepping back and knowing that sometimes whatever's going on with your, significant other, it's not about you. It is about her, particularly if it is a woman in your life. Okay. So, so important. Integrity and why one should have integrity. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is why is a man with integrity super sexy to a woman? You see, when you're actually coming from a space of authenticity, right? A man that is, being open, regardless of what the reaction's going to be. Believe it or not, it's super sexy. And women, I know I've spoken to, lots of women because I used to work predominantly with women. Women desire a man who is honorable, who's fair, who's ethical, who's going to say it how it is. Now, I know you're going to say some women want all that, but then when you tell them, they all get defensive. And that may be the case, but it's about you, gentlemen, sticking to yourself, sticking to being, honoring what it is that you value in life. In terms of relationships, having integrity can actually strengthen, right? It can strengthen the bond of a man that a man has with a woman. How? Because it's a form of setting boundaries. And I know I've talked about boundaries before, but when you, say it blatantly how you feel without casting blame, with having compassion, with listening to what your woman's saying, but also pulling her up on what it is that are the moral principles that you that are important to you. She's going to respect you. Okay, she's going to respect you because what happens is she's going to try and push your buttons, or what do they say, push the envelope a little bit further, a little bit further. So when you stand your ground and you show that you're showing up, you're respecting, you're honorable, you are authentic, but then you are strong with your boundaries, that together is just going to make you super, super sexy and super, super attractive. Okay. So having integrity means acting virtuously as well and having a strong moral character. That's right. You don't have to step back and just please a woman all the time, because when you do, to some women, that's weak. Okay. To other women that want to control men, they probably desire that because they can only, they can only stay with a man that's only going to be pleasing her and is going to bend over backwards for her. It's not, hasn't got a good, strong backbone, as some people would say. So women desire a man who is honorable, who's fair, who's ethical. Okay. So in terms of relationships, having integrity can strengthen the bond. Okay. So I said that before, it can strengthen the bond. It can bring you closer. And even if it does, propel her away a little bit, it's okay. Because there you're going to see what's important to her, what are her values, what are her principles in life that are important, how important are you in her life. Okay, so the bonus points is that when integrity extends beyond the relationship and a man can treat others with fairness and kindness. So when you're showing this integrity, gentlemen, it's not only towards her, it's got to be across the board, because believe me, she is watching you. She's watching your every move. She's listening to every word that comes out of your mouth. And she's watching you, how you're also interacting with others, whether it be family, work colleagues, your social friends, or whatever. Okay? So, so important. So, how do women identify a man with integrity? So, I've got a few things here that I just want to list. Okay? How do they identify? Well, so the first one, gentlemen, is when you're taking responsibility for your actions. Okay? So whatever you've done, you're taking responsibility, whether it's not a good experience, whether it is a good experience, you're taking responsibility. Putting others' needs above their own. Now, that doesn't mean bending over backwards and always just putting everybody else before yourself. No, you know, there's a pacing of how you put. You're aware of somebody's needs. You're compassionate. You have empathy for those around you. You're offering help to others. Okay, so when you can actually offer help to a woman, you know, something that you know you can help her with, I mean, that's integrity. Okay. I've heard of situations where, you know, I've heard women say, you know, I know he can help me, but he's just holding back in helping me. You know, is that integrity? Maybe not. Obviously, there may be other things behind that situation, but offering help, giving others the benefit of the doubt. All right. So seeing things from a different perspective, choosing honesty in all things. So honesty sometimes can hurt. You know, when you say, you know, when you're about to say something and you know that that person, when I say you know that that person's not going to take it well. Well, there's ways of saying it. Okay. You know, it may be that you may tell them exactly that. You know, I know what I'm going to say, maybe not what it is that you want to hear right now, but I'm going to be really honest and tell you how I feel. Boom. That's what it's not about, you know, putting blame or pointing fingers. It's about sharing your honesty, showing respect, manifesting humility. And of course, the last one is being able to admit when you're wrong. Okay, when we're wrong, I know it's hard, the ego gets in the way. It's really hard to admit when we're wrong. So, how to keep your integrity with a woman? All right. This is one that you think, okay, but I've been doing everything right, Stefania. I've been showing this, showing my vulnerable side. I've been doing what I said that I said that I would do, been keeping my word. Well, that may be the case, and she may not be responding well. That's okay. You have to stay on your side of the fence and know that you are keeping your integrity. What she does with it is not about you, okay? It's about themselves. So I suggest you keep doing that, because sooner or later, if you are showing all this integrity and she's not responding in a positive way or in a way that, you know, would be conducive to a relationship, she's either going to fizzle out, or she will question it. It will bring you closer, make a relationship closer, or it may propel you, okay, both to go in different directions. Whatever it is, it's okay, because again, sticking to your integrity and saying what you feel in a way that's compassionate, kind, vulnerable, and, you know, respectful to the other person, you're doing the right thing. So keeping integrity with a woman. So if you're worried about losing your integrity in a relationship, this is what I say you consider following, okay? So number one is share your values with your significant other. Make sure they understand what is important to you. Okay, so when you're sharing with your woman that this is what's important for me, you know, when we go out dancing and, you know, you're off on the dance floor dancing with some other strange guy, you know, this doesn't make me feel good. This is not the feelings I want to feel when I'm with you. Okay, so be honest, be open, share what your values are. So this way, when you do this, your partner may find it easier to respect your values, because if you haven't expressed them, she's not going to know. And it also may encourage you to speak what matters to them. So you may open another line of conversation of what's important to them. 2, leave room for some alone time. Okay, this is really necessary, to leave room for alone time. Now, I know someone's mowing the lawn around here, so excuse the noise. I hope it's not too loud. It doesn't necessarily mean, right, this alone time, that you have to be exactly alone. Instead, it means having enough time to focus on your own hobbies and social activities, catching up with friends, because this also gives you time to regroup for yourself. Okay? 3, strive for honesty and trust. As I said before, be honest, gentlemen. Don't hold back. A relationship that is based on honesty often entails a sense of integrity. That's right. So to be honest, you have to have a sense of integrity. So both partners can feel like they can share, they can be vulnerable with each other, and you're really creating good, strong, solid foundations. Now, I know that sometimes in relationships, there may be areas where you haven't walked on before. You haven't crossed over this situation with your partner, and it may all be new to you. You don't know how to handle it. Again, just step into your integrity and be honest. Be vulnerable about how important these values are to you, or what it is that you want to express. Number 4, keep your expectations in check. Okay, so what do I mean by this? If you feel unhappy in your relationship, it may be the case that you are expecting too much or too little from your partner. Okay, you might be expecting your partner to respect your decisions without respecting their own. Okay, so, or it may be where a partner may not be as dedicated to making the relationship work as much as you are. Okay, so these are important things. These are things that you need to keep a check on. Okay, because again, what's important to you? And the 5th one is, if you're really struggling and you are coming to some crossroads, you're coming to a place of asking questions and you're not sure how to handle it, get some help. Okay, attend a workshop, a self-development, a relationship workshop, either with both of you, if you both agree to go together, or if it's something that you want to do to empower yourself to be able to, step into your own confidence, to be able to set those boundaries, to be able to speak, to be able to use your voice. This is so important. And, I was talking about this the other day with a friend where, he said that, I think women these days are not, I think men these days are not stepping into their power. They're not stepping into their full potential because they feel like they don't want to use their voice, because if they use their voice, their woman's going to run away. Their woman is going to go off with another man. There's this fear of loss. There's this fear of missing out. Whereas when you are stepping into your integrity and you're trusting yourself and you're reaching out to professionals to actually help you with what it is exactly that you need, then you are moving closer towards your goal. You're moving closer towards building those rock solid relationships in your life, whether it be with your loved one, with your families, with yourself. Okay, because when we have a solid foundation with ourselves, then everything flows. Everything flows. We are in that flow state of just bliss. Now, it doesn't mean to say that we're not going to have our ups and downs and relationship hurdles. We're always going to have those, but it's how we handle them that's important. It's how we handle them. So that concludes to integrity and why it is super sexy in a relationship, why it is super sexy to a woman, because it shows a woman that you are grounded, you have solid foundations, you are committed not only to the relationship but to yourself. You are honoring yourself, because a lot of the times when we're not, stepping into our full integrity, it's because we haven't got integrity even with ourselves. Okay, so it all begins there. So show that woman that you have integrity, use that integrity, take action, do what you say you're going to do. And if you can't, say that as well. And don't, when you say you're not going to do something, don't do it. Don't do the opposite, because sometimes it's the same thing. It's when you say, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, and then you go ahead and do it. That is another sign that is showing that you don't have integrity. Okay, so follow through, whether you say you're going to do it or whether you say you're not going to do it. Either way, follow through. All right, so that's it for today segment. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you going to tune back in. I was just going to quickly mention also about my book, Master the Language of Attraction. Gentlemen, if you want to get a copy, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it in hard copy, and you can also get it on an ebook as well. Okay, it's got some really great juicy content in there on how to actually use the language of attraction with a woman, how to actually engage with her, understand her, and read between the lines. All right, so if you like this video, gentlemen, please press like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you can get more content like this in the future. All right, until next time, gentlemen, as always, I send you love and I send you passion. Bye for now.